Hi, welcome to OrthoDx, and thank you for joining our beta testing group. In this tutorial, we want to share the main features of our system with you. Before going forward, let me tell you a little bit about our system. OrthoDx is a cloud-based orthodontic imaging and analysis system to make orthodontic diagnosis and treatment planning a simpler process. You can reach this system from anywhere in the world without installing any software. OrthoDx is a HIPAA-compliant system that uses industry-standard encryption and practices to ensure the safety of your patient data. With OrthoDx, you can upload all your patient's pictures, x-rays, and take chart notes for every session during treatment. OrthoDx has many automated features we think you will find useful and time-saving, including automated symptomatic analysis. Our development team continues to add automated features to make your life easier. During the beta testing period, we will continuously add and improve features. Therefore, some features in the video may look different than what you will be experiencing, but the main concept and functionality will be similar. Now, let's discuss how the system works and explain all the features one by one. To access the system, you can either click on the login button on the top right corner of fimentum.com website, or in your browser's address bar, you can type orthodx.fimentum.com. Either will work. But for now, let's use the login button on the top right corner. The first page you will see will ask for your clinic name. We created a demo clinic for the tutorial purposes and wrote the demo here, and let's just click continue. Your clinic name will be provided with your invitation. It lets multiple people in your organization work with the same patient data. Currently, the registration of the clinics is done by our support team. As a beta tester, you received a welcome email that includes your clinic name and instructions to set or reset your passwords. Once the administrator of the clinic is given access to the system, he or she can add additional users by going to the account settings in the menu. Also, a second email you will receive will prompt you to create your own passwords. Once you enter your clinic name and then click the continue button, the browser will lead you to the username and password page. If you forgot your password or wish to change it, click on the Don't Remember Your Password button and restore your password following the instructions. We created demo at fimentum.com username for demo purposes, and add my password and log in. Once you log in, the first page you will see is the patient list page. In this page, you can enroll new patients and or search through your patient database easily. To search through your patient list, just start typing their name or any info in the list, and the patient will be filtered automatically. Let's just try it. As you can see, with the last few letters, it automatically found the patient in this list. By clicking on the patient bar, you can access that particular patient's record page also. Let's start with enrolling a new patient now, and then we can show that option on the patient list later. On the left panel under your clinic name, let's click the Enroll New Patient button. It will take you to the patient information page. The tabs with asterisks are the required items that need to be filled for every patient. In addition to the required items such as name and patient ID, in this section you can add significant medical conditions from patient's medical history, such as allergies, daily use medications, or systemic diseases, which will also be appearing on patient's visit page as a reminder on the left panel. Once you fill the tabs, you can click the Enroll New Patient button, and it will take you to the patient's records and notes page. Let's create a demo patient for this purpose. And let's add some allergies. If you enroll the new patient without assigning a patient ID, the system will automatically assign a patient ID for you. Let's click Enroll the new patient. This is the patient's main page. On the left panel, you can see the patient's name, date of birth, and significant medical conditions you have added when you enroll the patient. In addition, there is a new visit button we will touch upon shortly. On the right panel, the section that you had your appointment information appears. In this section, you can easily add patient records, diagnosis and treatment plans, and session notes. I have already created in my desktop a set of demo patients, extraoral and intraoral pictures, and x-rays. I'll select all and drag them to the appointment box. Select the patients and drag them here. They are uploaded to the system automatically. The nice part is that the system is set to automatically recognize what the picture is for. For example, it labels profile pictures as extraoral profile by itself once you click Save. So you don't need to label them one by one. Let's click Save. As you can also see, the pictures are reordered automatically based on their labels. If you notice any labeling error, you can always edit the labeling manually by going to the three dots on the upper right corner and click Edit. On the bottom of each picture, there is a drop-down menu that you can select the image. Here, there are a couple of items that need to be corrected. Let's say the right intraoral picture appeared as left, and let's click on right and click Save. When you save the uploaded pictures, the one labeled as frontal smile was added as a thumbnail picture on top of her name on the left panel. The same picture will also appear in the patient list page as the thumbnail to easily recognize the patient. If you'd like to change the thumbnail picture, you can go to the View Patient's Detail button and then click on the picture. You can add a new picture by clicking on the Add Image button under the thumbnail picture, or you can select the picture on the right pictures panel that includes all the pictures you have added so far. Now let's close this and go back to the patient's record and chart notes page. Another important item on this page is that on the top right corner of each visit box, there is also a 9-dot square you can see. The square takes you to the template that patient pictures appear in order for you to easily see them as a whole and can plan your treatment by looking at them. In addition, you can click each individual picture and edit them simply. On the top right corner, there's a pen icon. Click on that, and then you can flip the picture in multiple directions or rotate it, or you can drag your mouse when it is click on the left button and select a square for you to crop the image and click Save. So the shape and the size of the image will change. Now, let's say this appointment is the second visit for the patient and you have already uploaded the pictures. You can use this main page to take chart notes for every session. Simply just click on the New Visit button on the left panel. A new appointment box will appear, and if you have taken new pictures, you can add them there or just take notes for that appointment and save it. The most recent appointment always appears on the top. Let's say upper and lower arches are bounded in this appointment, then click Save button. You see that the notes will appear on top of it. And you can add as many notes or appointment sessions as you like. In this session, let's say 0.016 nighttime arches were placed. Now let's go to the analysis page. To go there, you will click on the blue button that appeared on one of the sabermetric analysis. In this page, on the left panel, you will see the landmarks, annotations, and control buttons. Also, an auto trace image tab or button that it helps you to auto trace the image. And on top of it, there's a drop-down menu to select the analysis of your preference. Now let's discuss how the tracing is done manually, and then I will show the automated tracing that will make your life much easier when tracing images. When you click on the Landmarks tab, all the landmarks are listed below in the drop-down menu. By clicking on the first, you start the process of manual landmarking. Let's click the first one, which is the ruler point one. Click on it, and it will prompt you to click the next landmark on the list. Let's click another one. And let's continue doing a few landmarks. Glabella, nasion, pronasale, subnasale, a point, upper lip point, and we can go on like that. Of course, there are many more landmarks on the list that we need to manually do if we want to do it that way. In the meanwhile, when you're clicking it, if you feel like you didn't position one landmark correctly, you can just come on it and the abbreviation for that landmark will appear. Click on it, and then you can move the landmark. When you go out of the landmarking mode, you can do it by escape, or you can just click on outside the X-ray box, or you can click one of the currently positioned landmarks. Set calibration menu will appear, which is basically the distance between the ruler points will be placed there. In our case, it will be about 35 millimeters, and click enter. So the linear measurements can be done accurately. In addition to that, if you want to delete a landmark and reposition it, you can select the previously placed landmark, click the delete button on your keyboard, and then again click to place and reposition it. That's another way of repositioning the landmark. Now we've shown how to manually trace an image, but we can also let the machine do it for us. This feature will allow tracing the image in a couple of seconds. The only landmarks that are not traced automatically are the ruler points. Now let's do it. Let's click on the auto trace image, and in a few seconds you will notice that the image will be traced right here. Now it is done. Automatically assigned landmarks will appear in orange. Let's zoom in and see it better. If you want to reposition an automatically positioned landmark, you can just click on it. It will turn into yellow, which means it is selected, and move it the way you like. When you do that, the color of the landmark will turn into green. When you move a landmark, the measurement using that landmark will update in real time. Now let's try moving the incisor. On the right panel, you can see the measurements are updating itself. On the left panel, also you can either hide or show landmarks and annotations by clicking on the eye icon beside them. Another tab on the left panel is the Controls tab. In this tab, you have simple image controls such as contrast or brightness, scaling, and rotation. You can adjust them easily in this toolbar. In addition, as default, all the images in our system are aligned to Frankfurt horizontal plane. If you'd like, you can turn this off by clicking the switch on the bottom of the control panel. Another item on this page is the export option. You can export analysis and patient pictures to PDF by accessing the button on the top right corner by clicking the menu icon. In addition, on this page, you can also export analysis results to your spreadsheet software such as Excel or Google Sheets. Let's export the PDF and show how it is done. When you click on that button, another menu opens. It will ask for which analysis you want to export. Let's click one of them. And then which visit you want to export. You can either export one particular visit or all the visits at the same time. Let's click Export PDF. Once it's exported, it will download a PDF file to your system. It downloaded it. Let's click on it. Let's open it in the browser, and which will include all the patient information, the pictures in the template format. If you have done a PA analysis, it will show the PA analysis and the curves, the lateral self analysis, also the measurements and the mean values. Let's close the PDF and also export the spreadsheet. Download the spreadsheet. The spreadsheet will also show all the analysis results along with the descriptions of your measurements and the norms and standard deviations if that analysis includes one. This is mostly used to track your changes or evaluate your final outcome if you have met your treatment objectives or not. Let's close this. For now, this is it. We keep constantly adding new features and refining the current features. Thank you again for being a part of our valuable beta testers group. We will be looking forward to staying in close contact and hearing back your comments and thoughts about our service.